Hey everyone, this is Derrick Broze of the Conscious Resistance Network, and tonight we are going to be discussing a new rabbit hole of Bichip, BEZH. You guys heard about this? This is brand new to me. This is going to be a really interesting and maybe a little wild rabbit hole. This is for those who are looking for new research topics and maybe want to join me in on some community sourced, crowd sourced research topics here. But before we get into all that, guys, I want to remind you guys to bookmark our website, theconsciousresistance.com. You guys know the drill by now. This is your home for all of our content, everything you want to know about my work, whether it's you want to download my books, you want to watch our documentaries for free, etc., etc., etc. You can do so at theconsciousresistance.com. And as I show here, you can get my new book, which kind of relates to what we're going to be talking about a little bit. But you can get my new book. You can watch our latest documentaries. You can follow us on Minds. You can follow us on Hive. You can join our Discord channel. Of course, I remind you guys to join Remind, this little bubble I'm pointing at over here. That's how you can sign up for my text list and get all of my updates right to your phone. Then we also have the float.app at Conscious Resistance. We're on BitChute, Conscious Resistance. And if you want to support, do so at patreon.com/Derrick Broze, and you can do so. But once again, the website is theconsciousresistance.com. We've been doing this since 2013, continuing to dive down these rabbit holes to expose corruption as well as focus on solutions. This one that we're about to get into is it's a little weird. It's definitely not my normal topic, I guess you could say, because it's something that I haven't seen any other independent media outlets cover this so far. So I'm excited to get into this. But first of all, if you guys are listening, you might be watching on the Derrick Broze page on Facebook, the Conscious Resistance on Facebook, the Conscious Resistance on YouTube, or you might be also watching on Float at the Conscious Resistance. Wherever you're watching, I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. And if I'm coming through okay, please let me know, and we will continue. So we're at Tuesday. About Friday night, I think it was, I think I saw somebody on Facebook comment randomly. This is how some of my research begins. Somebody, a listener, a supporter, will say, "Hey, have you heard of this random thing?" And I'll say, "No, I haven't heard of that random thing, but it kind of sounds interesting. Let me dive into it and see if there's anything worth looking into." And so what they told me was that I needed to look into a company called BEZH International. And I also needed to look into a cryptocurrency called Bichip, neither of which were familiar to me. And so I decided to dive down that rabbit hole, guys. And it led me to some weird places. And I think you guys are going to want to see this. And it's also going to be relevant for a couple reasons. So let's go ahead and get this. All right. We got BEZH International. This is BEZH.com. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but you can go into on your own website. Yeah, that's way zoomed out. Let's get up. Okay, so as you can see, we develop augmented reality apps for iOS, Android, iWatch, Samsung Watch, Google Glass, read more. School systems, software, digital money, BEZH secure platform creating, managing, and selling digital coins and tokens for the companies. We develop cyber-native projects, Internet of Things, smart cities and countries. BEZH General Trading Incorporated. From what I've been told, they are based in Denmark. But let's see what else we find about here. Now, right here, we have CFS. Without question, BEZH has been instrumental in helping cyber-native farm systems achieve a solid and well-visioned web presence. From layout to flow, we couldn't be happier. And this reaction time of the company to our needs, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, then we also got Bichip. What is this? The support and resources we received from BEZH were really useful. They guided us through every stage from the creating our blockchain to tokenizing our products and all the technologies. We definitely would not have got far without BEZH support. And this is Bichip. They call it Biochip, which is a little more revealing, but right here it's called Bichip blockchain in Denmark, as I said. So now you guys know a little bit about BEZH. Now let's look at Bichip. Bichip.com, which apparently stands for Biochip, is the first and the only distance-readable human microchip with internet connectivity. Bichip has a unique ID for general identification and can store your medical data, driver's license, and passport. It can also be used as an alternative payment system integratable with cryptocurrencies wallets. Bichip has also created a crypto token that will be implemented in the microchips as the only payment system. You can already buy Bichip token here And if you already have the microchip in your hand, you can activate it here. So pretty crazy. It's brand new. That's pretty much all that there is on it. There's nothing, no other links that go anywhere. It's just this one main website. But BEZH International mentions that they've supported them. So yeah, that's just kind of background information. Now you understand who those two companies are. Now we're going to hop back over here to the Wayback Machine. Have you guys ever used this? I know many of you have. Archive.org. It's also known as the Internet Archive or the Wayback Machine. And what it allows you to do is to save images and essentially a whole website from a particular point in time, right? So what we're looking at is Bichip. And if you guys can see right here, these little bars, these black bars are times that people have saved Bichip's website. They take snapshots of it. So we have a snapshot here, May 24th, 17th, May 18th, 15th, right? Okay, so now you kind of understand how it works. But let's go to BEZH.com. BEZH, there we go. Okay, so BEZH 2020. Now, if you notice here, there was 3 snapshots. One of these was mine on the 22nd, and there was 2 on May 21st. Let's go take a look at what this shows us. So again, this is a snapshot of the website as it was on Thursday, May 21st, 2020 at 5:30 GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. So this is BEZH.com, and check this out. This is what popped up last, when was that? 21st? What day was that? So today's Tuesday, 26th, 25th, 24th, 23rd. So last Thursday, this website got hacked, both Bichip and BEZH, which again, BEZH is apparently the parent company, or at least a company that helped create the Bichip, which, blockchain-based RFID chip payment system. They got hacked by somebody calling themselves Crazy Hacker. And so this is all there was. When you came to the website, it just says facts about Bichip. And so this is on the homepage of BEZH.com. You can do exactly what I just did. Go to archive.org, go to the Internet Wayback Machine, put in BEZH.com, go to May 21st, 2020. Now, guys, I'm going to read you this crazy shit here. And I want to make it clear, I cannot verify any of these facts so far. I did look into some of these things, and the people seem real. Some of them I've had trouble finding and even verifying if they are real people. But nonetheless, what I find intriguing about this, before I go any further, is the fact that these websites, for one, pretty crazy. I've never heard of Bichip before. I know a lot of people involved in crypto. They haven't really heard of it, but they are listed on Binance, but you can't trade them. They're just saying that they're like, a coming token. And this company seems legit. I mean, it's a website. It exists, right? But anybody can make a fake website. But look, the company is clearly involved in smart grid technology. So what does Crazy Hacker want us to know? Number one, Bichip is a Microsoft company. Bichip was set up as a Microsoft company, and Bichip's present company, BEZH International, is still a Microsoft partner. Following public outcry against Bill Gates' work on microchip implants, Bichip tried to bury its connections to Bill Gates. They no longer even mention Microsoft as a partner in their terms of service. This attempt to hide this connection shows that the microchipped implants Bichip and Bill Gates have been working on are for nefarious purposes. Now, that's the hacker's opinion, of course, but is it true that Bill Gates and BEZH International were partnered together? You guys might remember, I'm sure I could just search this, Microsoft, you see I already searched this, Microsoft crypto. You guys remember the crypto mining system? It was circulated. The payment system, sorry, it muted me for a second. The payment system was from Microsoft, and it was basically a patent that was 666. It was 060606, right? So, I mean, it's kind of, okay, a little triggering a few people, right? But the point here is that people were reporting that Microsoft had a new patent for a cryptocurrency mining system that would basically use your body heat, your temperature, your heart rate to mine crypto, which to me reminded me of the Matrix, honestly, of people who are basically being used as a battery. You know what I mean? Like, we're being turned into a battery for the system itself. And if you just mine a human being and make crypto off them just for breathing or just for staying there, I mean, some people are like, cool, I get to make money off that. But I don't know, it's some really weird implications. But you can see here, Microsoft patents new cryptocurrency system using online tasks such as using search engines, chatbots, a user can solve computational difficult problem unconsciously. Microsoft files patent cryptocurrency, and right here, patent scope 2020 060606. There it is right there. Cryptocurrency system using body activity data, March 26. So this was just a couple of months ago. Even Independent reported Microsoft wants to read people's brain waves to mine cryptocurrency. PC Mag, so my point is it made mainstream news. So that much we can verify that according to Crazy Hacker, that is correct, that Microsoft was working on a similar thing as we're seeing over here with Bichip. Now, maybe they're one and the same, or maybe there is some kind of connection. That's what the hacker's claiming is. And now that Microsoft is erasing any connection or Bichip is erasing any connection they had to Bill Gates and Microsoft. So let's go on to number 2. And this is where it gets a little more disturbing. Bichip is ran by a pedophile worse than Epstein, Torben Dalvid, who is Europe's most notorious and most untouchable pedophile and human trafficker, is on Bichip and BEZH's board of directors. But by all accounts, Torben Dalvid is much worse than Jeffrey Epstein, the infamous American pedophile billionaire. Dalvid's pedophilic trafficking of the underage involves the sex enslavement of children of all ages, including toddlers, infants, and babies. There is a disturbing video currently circulating on the dark web of him and other men killing a 13-year-old girl for fun. While Torben Dalvid might be more twisted and powerful than Epstein, his connection to Israel's spy agency Mossad are more widely known in Denmark. Dalvid was born in Israel and first came to Denmark as an attaché to the Israeli embassy in Denmark. He somehow leveraged his initially intern-level position at the embassy to launch Denmark's first pornographic magazine and then become a powerful child trafficker with his hands in Danish media and Danish tech companies. So let's go search that now. I tried to find this guy. I couldn't find him. I see this picture right here. I see an old Twitter account that may be him. Let me see. And there's some other things in other languages. Like they said, they're saying he's a Danish citizen, is original Israeli. But if he's some famous guy, I mean, I would imagine there would be more information. But look, like I search news, and there's really something from 2011. Okay, they have his name listed here. Let's go through some of this. We're doing this live, guys. This is live research. And if you've ever wondered what I do and how I go down the rabbit hole, of course, I'm using Google right now because what I start with Google CIA first to see what the mainstream is showing, and then I start using other resources if necessary, if it's being hidden from Google. So look, you got this guy. He's only ever posted one tweet. This claims to be him, Torben Dalvid, Denmark, joined 2009. Only he's got 15 followers, and he's got some YouTube video here. Let's see, does this YouTube link actually work? Is this a clue? Let's follow the rabbit trail. Again, my name is Derrick Broze. You're watching The Conscious Resistance. And if you want to support, please do subscribe. Please do get connected in one way or the other. Just support however you can. Okay, what is this? All right, it's I don't know if you guys could hear that. I don't know if my headphones are on. It's like some Danish stuff. If anybody speaks Danish, wants to translate this, I don't know why this guy, he posted this on his alleged Twitter account, almost 10 years ago. I don't know what that was. There's another account here, Torben Dalvid, more recently, same picture. You notice that same picture is the other one, May 2017. I can't read Danish, so I don't know if any of this is relevant, but it's just, okay, way back in 2009, planning to put sails on my boat and take the first trip of the season. Right. Okay, what is this? Orwell Media. So, we need to dig through all these links and see if there's anything worth it. Torben Dalvid. Look, he has somebody with that name and that same picture has a YouTube channel with 1 subscriber, and he's subscribed to the following 4 people. Those might be threads worth looking into to see if he's commented anywhere, to see if those comments lead anywhere else themselves. I mean, it can be tedious, but this is what investigating does. Now, here's a book, Nina van Palant. And now I'm not going to try to pronounce what this says in Danish. This is obviously a Danish book, but look, there is his name right there. I wish we could, it says something about interview. David, it mentions his name several times right there. If this has anything to do with pedophilia, maybe it's in this book. I don't know. We need some Danish-speaking folks to help us out with this. Here's another. Go away. I don't want none of your cookies. All right. here's, what's his name? Torin, whatever the heck. He's in here somewhere also mentioned. So again, there's definitely mentions of this guy. He seems to exist, but it doesn't seem to be much in the form of mainstream American journalism talking about whoever he is. Here again, it's 70s historian. It's talking about this. Here he is, Torben David, right there on the right. See, that's the first picture I've seen that's not that same one. So this guy seems to exist, but there's not a whole lot of information about him. Maybe our Danish friends know. Anybody who's from Denmark or Israel and has heard of this guy and knows anything about his history, email me at intothe-light, all one word, Torben David at protonmail.com. Into the light at protonmail.com. All right, guys, let's check the comments real quick, and then we'll continue reading this. What the heck do you think about this? I mean, this is kind of crazy to me. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but this is pretty, this is a really weird rabbit hole, right? Like I said, for those just joining us, we're looking at BEZH.com, which is a company, BEZH International Incorporated, and then Bichip, which is also a biological chip implant to help you, obtain cryptocurrency. It's some kind of new crypto system. And guys, I support crypto, but I definitely am not into that. Some people might be, and they might not also be evil people. But I do think there's a larger agenda, as we know, to push us towards this technocracy, especially with COVID-19 and all the different contact tracing and, tracking us in these different ways. So let's continue to read what this crazy hacker wrote. And that's what they call themselves, crazy hacker. And again, this is BEZH.com. We're using the Internet Wayback Machine to read this hack. This was posted on their website last Thursday and for a little bit Friday, and then now, as you can see, things are back to normal on the websites. The message is no longer there. And if it wasn't saved on the Internet Wayback Machine, none of us would even know it's there, which to me means that it could be true. Doesn't inherently mean it's true, but it's not being promoted in the media. It could be a psyop if everybody was talking about it, but nobody's talking about this. Number 3, Mossad killed Bichip. And I want to reiterate, I cannot verify these information being presented here. We need to dig in and find further. A lot of this information, if it is true, it's going to be very difficult to find. And as he said, there's apparently a video on the deep web. So I just want to make that clear. Don't take this information and run and repeat it. Please investigate for yourself or share the video so people get the full context. Mossad killed Bichip employee Lissa Anderson. Bichip's media manager, Lissa Anderson, was found dead last month on April 28th. And that should not be hard to figure out, guys. Lissa Anderson, 2 S's, A, Anderson with E-R-S-E-N. Somebody go ahead and search that. Look, see if you find a Lissa Anderson that died in April 28th. The cause of death being homicide. As the person who actively went after journalists who investigated Bichip or Bill Gates' connection to Bichip, Anderson was privy to the company's underhanded means of silencing those who tried to uncover the truth about it. She knew too much, and her time was up, especially now that a lot was coming to light. And Mossad agent Rita Katz of Site International Group had her killed to cut off loose ends. Now, that's quite a claim there. Rita Katz is a real person. Site International Group, if you've never heard of them, they basically claim that they follow propaganda, and there's, they're a little shady and suspicious. We're not sure who they really are funded by. This hacker claims she's a Mossad agent. I don't know. I'm just showing you what was put on the website during the hack. There's more. 4, Bichip CEO provides private security for Greta Thunberg. Finn Rosenkrantz Pedersen, who is the CEO of Bichip, has not been seen by anyone since he contracted COVID-19. Some presume he is dead, and Bichip is trying to launder all his vast wealth. Finn Rosenkrantz is one of Europe's wealthiest men, and like Bill Gates, he has his money in his hands in many ventures, including a private security company called Blue Security, whose personnel are all private military contractors. Blue Security provides private security for climate activist Greta Thunberg. Now, if that's true, I don't really know what the point is of, making that known. I mean, I guess it's just, they all hang together, basically. Number 5, Mossad agent Rita Katz now controls Bichip. Israeli spy and disinformation agent Rita Katz of the Site Intelligence Group has been assigned to oversee Bichip following its connection to Bill Gates becoming public. One of Rita Katz's first course of action was to declare anyone who speaks against Bichip to be a terrorist. Rita Katz's next course of action was to clean up loose ends by killing Bichip's media manager, Lissa Anderson. Denmark police have declared the case of Lissa Anderson's murder closed only after a few weeks. All right, guys, let's just do that now. I'm going to do that now. We need to, who is this lady? Denmark, dead. Let's just see if we search her name. And this is true. Hans Christian Andersen. No, that's not what we're looking for. The city. We need to get to Danish news. Yeah, Lissa Anderson. Let me see. Is there even any reference? Like I said, I can't confirm if this information is true. If it is true, they're claiming she worked for Bichip as their, what did they call her? Media manager. Okay, so Google's definitely not showing anything. Now, of course, we all know that doesn't mean there's nothing. So you see, look here, right here, 6 days ago, somebody on Reddit posted about this. There's a couple of random websites like this talking about it, that are talking about the hack. But for the most part, this information, see again on Godlike Productions, the forum, somebody posted it that Microsoft hacked, but it was actually Bichip. So, I mean, if she does exist, let me see. I see. If she does exist, then they're doing a very good job hiding that she's even a person. And maybe this could be misspelled. Let's spell it with an O instead of an N. Maybe the name could be misspelled. Lissa Anderson, media manager. Maybe that's what it is. Let's search Lissa Anderson instead of Lissa. See if that makes. Yeah. We're gonna do some digging via DuckDuckGo. Lissa Anderson, director, global channel programs. Like I said, this could be a total dead end here, but this is what we have to do. This is how you research, friends. So you don't just go run with the latest conspiracy theory. You need to be able to confirm, what the facts before you share it. Now, check this out. This is an account called Bichip. This doesn't appear to be the official Bichip. It just says _Bichip, and they're saying the account is temporarily restricted. But when I click on it, Bichip animal implant, Bichip pet chip, a company affiliated with Bichip DK, which is Denmark, and Bichip coin. So no, this does seem to be, I don't know. Is this all an elaborate hoax? I don't know, guys, because look right here on May 11th. Holy shit, this is getting deeper. Bichip, this second Bichip account. Again, there's another Bichip account for the coin itself. And then there's apparently another one for the company Bichip DK. And this is claiming to be connected. And it's got 6,000 followers. For some reason, you guys saw, I just came here and it was temporarily restricted. Retweet Bichip official cancellation notice. What is that? Okay, animal microchip, also called pet chip, is an injectable microchip kit with biothermo technology for all types of animals. Yeah, there it is. I don't know about you guys. I've never been into that whole vaccinating the pets and putting these chips in them for, in case you lose your pet. Yeah, well, be more responsible. But right here, May 11th, with great sadness, Bichip announced the death of one of the best colleagues. Rest in peace, Lissa. Did I get sucked into some elaborate hoax, some elaborate big troll somehow I found myself, or is this real? We need people who could speak Danish to find this. Now, anybody could make this. This is just on like the, online kind of grieving websites. You can make like a little card and leave a nice note, but it says Lissa Anderson, 1963 to 2020, and April 28th, just as this hacker over here claims. Now, could this be some elaborate hoax by this crazy hacker to just make up this story? Like we said, for a fact, these companies exist. Unless the hacker went to the length of creating these companies or creating the websites, and the companies do seem real. They're definitely listed on exchanges. Bichip is. That doesn't necessarily mean they couldn't be fake. They got 16,000 people liking them on Facebook. They have a apparent phone number. They have an office. We need to check this out, right, to make sure it's real, just so we don't fall into our own delusions. But according to this hacker, if this information is real, this woman, Lissa Anderson, that we're now finding I don't know what the hell you would call this, a memorial for, did die. And Bichip, from one of their official accounts, tweeted about it May 11th. But it's also curious that was the last tweet they made. It could be, they're grieving and coronavirus, they're not doing much work. But it's interesting because the account is also only, you don't see that many tweets. There's one from November 17th. And then there's, why is this? You'll see this warning because there's been some unusual activity from this account. Do you still want to view it? And see, that's what I'm saying. That alone could be a sign that this is a hacker playing games or something, because Twitter, the Twitter bots, the Twitter algorithm recognize that something's going on with this account. They only tweeted November 2019, December 2019, December 2019. And then the next thing is a tweet about the dead woman. I don't know. It's kind of shady to me. All right. So one of Rita Katz's, so remember, Rita Katz works for the website Site Intelligence Group. You guys can go search that yourself. And they claim to be spotting propaganda and, exposing conspiracy theorists and stuff like that. One of Rita Katz's first course of action was to declare anyone who speaks against Bichip to be a terrorist. Her next course of action was to clean up loose ends by killing Alyssa Anderson. And so they claim Denmark police have declared the case closed. Now, if that's true, again, we should be able to find some kind of Danish headline mentioning this woman and her death, especially if Bichip is a known company in Denmark. Now, this gets to another little interesting area. Number 6, WikiLeaks is under the payroll of Bichip. WikiLeaks is compromised as a whistleblower organization. Many whistleblowers, including Bichip employees, passed on information to WikiLeaks regarding Bichip, but WikiLeaks never published the findings. Later, it was uncovered that WikiLeaks has received huge sums of cryptocurrency from Bichip. Whenever something monumental is revealed about Bichip or Bill Gates and his microchip implant projects, WikiLeaks always conveniently links something big that is always just a distraction, according to this hacker. Conclusion. Know these 6 facts about Bichip, Microsoft, Bill Gates, Torben David, and Rita Katz, and spread them because there are those working hard to suppress these facts. These 6 facts will determine your future. The world has a right to know these facts. The world has a right to act on these facts. The world has a right to stop Bichip, Bill Gates, and Torben David. So that, my friends, is what you call a conspiracy theory, because we don't have the evidence for the things claimed. Now, we've looked up a few pieces of the puzzle, but we don't have verifying evidence. I'm going to share this direct link with you guys to there you go, the link to the actual Wayback Machine, so you can go back there and read that message yourself. So I'm going to come through some of these comments. What do you guys think? What's up, Derrick Broze? Global Witness in the house. Site is Mossad, always has been. I agree. There's definitely good evidence. Okay, I found another link which claims same info. Well, please do email me whatever you guys found. I just posted the link at the bottom of all the chats to the link to the Crazy Hacker page. Again, it's from BEZH.com. You can go check out BEZH.com. You can, here, I'll post those links too. Bichip.com. These are real companies. You can see how their crypto works and see about them. But what we need to prove, as far as this whole whether this thing is real or not, is is there any record anywhere that shows that Microsoft actually did work with Bichip or any of them from anyway? I'm somewhat careful I don't hang somebody out to dry with researching myself. I could even get jail for that, so we don't know anything yet. Out of curiosity, still need evidence for the accusation. So yeah, look, like I've said over and over, guys, and I hope you guys understand this. I'm not claiming that these are 100% facts. This is one of these rabbit holes. You know what I mean? This is what happens when you have an open mind and you're willing to go down these rabbit holes and look at different topics. I found some weird things, and there's people who have been skeptical about WikiLeaks for years. Lisa says she doesn't believe this about WikiLeaks. I generally like WikiLeaks and the information that's come out, but I also am skeptical of Julian Assange and some of the things. And sometimes I'm not so skeptical because, Julian Assange is being, abused and put in prison right now and suffering because he revealed information. So, but regardless of whether or not your opinion on the topic or not, I want to verify this information. I want to verify whether this crazy hacker, this whole Bichip thing is truth or is fiction. And we need more information about Alyssa Anderson's death. If anybody can get us some Danish news proving that. Derrick, Global Witness, if you don't mind commenting or saying or feel free to email me, anybody, intothe@protonmail.com if you don't want to throw it in the chat or it's too much to put in the chat. Anything you can find about connecting Microsoft and Bichip and all this, because if so, I will do a proper investigation. This is just kind of like a basic, video diving into this topic. If there's more to this, if there is fire where there's smoke, well, then we will go ahead and dig down. Yeah, David says Assange is alive, but dude, he's not alive, hanging out, chilling. He's getting tortured. He's being held and abused in court. I mean, unless that's all a show and a ruse, but I mean, we'll see. But yeah, so we're at this point now where we have to be open-minded, but we also need to use facts. And some of you might have stumbled upon this story and just ran with it and immediately started repeating the claims made. And that's how bad information is spread. That's how we get attacked by the quote unquote fact checkers. I mean, they're going to do it anyways. But my point is, I, as a journalist, and I do consider myself to be a credible, respectable, independent journalist, and I only have my name, my reputation. So I don't try to just run with any claim, even though I know that the mainstream will never respect my work. I don't care. I care about the truth. So I do investigations. You guys just kind of have seen a little bit of my process of what I do, and there's even more. I mean, that was just, I got something else to do, so we're not going to go really deep. But my point here is that we're supposed to verify the information. You see a crazy rabbit hole like that, enjoy it. Go down and see what it's like, but then also question it, challenge it, try to confirm it, do some digging. Now, one other thing I want to share with you guys, and this is probably the most disturbing thing that I want to share with you tonight. Well, I mean, everything I've shared so far is disturbing, but this is even more, I guess, upsetting considering what we just did. All right, I think you guys lost me for a second. Apologies about that. Um, my browser crashed because I have so many tabs open in relation to my Bill Gates investigation. All right, but I hope you guys can hear me now. Okay, so what I'm saying is there's one more thing I want to show you guys, the most disturbing aspect of this this whole situation here. And we just used the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive.org, to go back and find a website that is currently existing, but in a form that no longer exists. What I mean by that is we went back and saw how the website BEZH.com and Bichip.com had been hacked last Thursday. But without the Internet Archive, that information would be gone. There would be no record of this. And so that brings me to this article here from Mint Press News. The Wayback Machine, the latest victim of big tech consolidation and censorship. And basically, this company is now people are trying to buy it out as other big companies are swallowing up others. And they're trying to start basically taking away our ability to go back in time and verify and fact check articles like this. So this article kind of goes a little bit deeper into that and talks about how there are signs that the Wayback Machine is going to get bought up by bigger companies very soon, and that could, of course, affect the the freedom and the decentralization of it, and instead could end up in a place where, of course, like in 1984, all the information from the past is changed to suit the people in power. So yes, I'll put this link in the description as well. But the Internet Wayback Machine is apparently under threat, like many small companies are from big tech. And if that happens, we won't be able to do what we did just a moment ago. We won't be able to go back and look up articles like we just did and prove things like, hey, no, they really did get hacked. And look, guys, there's this information, right? When you try to tell your friends and they go back and they look and they say, what do you mean? That's not even there. It doesn't exist, right? Well, that's I think that's something that we really need to be aware of, right? So anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry about the interruption. That was not a hacker. Don't, jump into a conspiracy. That was just my computer crashing for a moment because I have so many files open related to my ongoing investigation into Bill Gates, which, by the way, this sort of ties into that. So please, guys, if you got information about Bichip and Microsoft working together, if you got information about BEZH and Microsoft working together, send it to me. If you got information about Torben, what was his name? I put the link for those who just joined in here to the website where they were hacked. But if you have information on Torben Dalevud, who is apparently Europe's most prolific sex trafficker, pedophile, and then send them to me. Into the light at protonmail.com is my email address for this. And I'm going to leave it there for the night, guys. Stay tuned. I'll be live in probably 45 minutes for tonight's episode of Freethinker Radio. We'll be diving into the surveillance state and much more. Thank you guys for listening. Please do bookmark theconsciousresistance.com. And until next time, remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.